All right, it says that we are live. On the assumption that we actually are live, I'm going to say, hello, people. How you doing? I would like to introduce you to a few people that have decided to show up for some reason. They could be doing other shit besides this, but hey, 82.
Hey, I was doing other shit. I was actually getting a bit of this thing called leisure time that I generally don't get. So eat a dick.
It is what it is. You think that I don't care about your leisure time, and I want you to know that I truly do not actually give a flying fuck. Thanks for being here. MC Tune, how's it going?
It's good. I also have other things. In fact, Ultimate Frisbee practice is coming up soon, so I don't have a lot of time, but glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Ultimate Frisbee. What is that?
It's basically keep away, and if you catch it in the end zone, you get a point.
I see.
Think rugby and American football, no pads, but
No
played with a
contact.
frisbee.
Yeah.
And minimal contact, accidental contact only.
Yeah. Accidental contact only. Okay, so it's like extreme, but not really Frisbee.
Sure.
Okay. Slick says, at Reds, they throw things at each other. That's all I needed to know. Thank you very much for that very, very quick explanation. All right, so let's go ahead and get on into this shigmadig. I have been informed that there have been a series of videos posted by a brand new YouTube channel by the name of The Final Experiment. We're going to be talking about these videos. We're going to be talking about, I guess, the goal and why I'm still very skeptical about this whole thing. And we're going to try to go in that order. But first, let's go over the new channel, the videos, and stuff like that. MC Tune, I'm gonna pass it off to you here. Can you please tell the lovely audiences about the new channel and the videos that have been posted so far, and a little bit about what's being said?
Yeah. So, I don't know, several weeks ago, somebody linked me this channel, and they're like, oh, they're doing the final, whatever it is, the final experiment that's going to be the one that ends everything. But you know, flat earthers, you know how interesting they are. Anyway, so
fascinating.
So this channel is like, we're going to do this. And then it like the first video was just this introductory. The second video talked about the different experiments that they'd done. And they left out my favorite. They didn't have Dell wearing those goggles. You know what I'm talking about? Those goggles that he wore?
He wore goggles.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the splash goggles.
Oh, the splash goggles. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Hilarious. All right. They left that out. I don't know why, but they had D Marble on the plane. So dumb. And
was that done on purpose? In your opinion, was that done on purpose?
Was D Marble trying to make flat earthers look stupid? Yes, he definitely was.
Mm-hmm. And also to add that clip in to make flat earthers look stupid.
Oh, well, every flat earth experiment makes flat earthers look stupid.
You know, that is a very accurate thing to say. So yeah, please continue.
Interesting. So then the next, I think the next video said we're going to invite people, and then listed off, like, had a little clip of each of the people invited. It was 24 flurfs and 24 normals that are invited. Reds, you're on the list. I'm on the list to do whatever the experiment is.
I remember that there was a series of videos. So first it was an introduction about, hey, we've all made all of these videos in the past and the debate is still going on. Well, no shit, the debate is still going on. The reason why is because these motherfuckers are allergic to facts. So of course the debate is still going on. Not really. I mean, the debate is already done. I think the debate ended the very moment I completely mopped the floor with Jeranism that one time on the Non Sequitur show. That was fucking great. It was over when he said, I don't have a model that works.
Yeah,
that's when the debate was over. It was done. Dead.
But the problem is that they keep lying and fooling new people. So
yeah, they keep lying and fooling new people. So in that sense, the debate is still going. But in reality, in the ultimate sense, it's not going. But it's at this point, it's a distinction without a difference. So please continue.
Okay, so then let's see the last two videos. Then it was talking about Antarctica. This is and a bunch of quotes from different people saying, well, if from flat earthers, us too, but saying, well, yeah, well, how come nobody's gone to Antarctica? All the flat earthers and nobody's gone there. Like Jaron said that, and Dearth is talking about it, and Dubé is in there yapping his nonsense about like just lying. You know how Dubé just blatantly lies about Antarctica.
So Dubé being Dubé.
Yes, yeah. It's a synonym for lying. So and then the
Yeah,
the one that just came out on Wednesday, so 2 days ago, was announcing when. So it's going to be December 14, and it's in Antarctica. And it showed like two kind of varying views of how you'd see the sun. One for flat Earth, where the sun's going around, in circles, sort of, and then with the pancake world, and then the globe where you see it would be lit for 24 hours. So something along the lines of that. But in the meantime, a bunch of emails went out, and I got these emails. Did you get them, Reds?
No. The dude asked me for my email address, and I was like, I'm not giving you my fucking email address. I don't know you. But I on one of the videos I made one comment, and the comment was, "So what is the experiment?" And he responded to that pretty legitimate question by saying, "What's your email address?" And I'm like, I'm not giving you my fucking email address. Like, I'm sorry. And you are? Why should I trust you? And so I was like, I was a little bit nicer about it than that, but that is what I was thinking.
But now everybody knows your email address is actually Reds at I can't believe how badly he killed Jaron.com.
That's true. You can also get me on my second email address. It's Sweaty Man Nipples 1997. There is a College Humor reference in that.
Anyway. and then there's the third option of donkeymaster at pornhub.com.
Jared, you know me too well. but moving on.
This wasn't already in the sewer, was it?
Pretty much. And since we're already here, I'm actually going to address something in the live chat momentarily. But when you look at the comment section, you scroll down, he was like, "So what's your email address so I can get in contact with you?" I'm like, "I'm not giving you my email address. You can let me know here. Thanks." And he never got back to me. So I was pretty much left in the dark, which is not the greatest look. Just putting that out there. If you are inviting me to do some shit with you, I would kind of like to know what that shit is. Like, duh. So the fact that he hasn't gotten in contact with me is like trickling information out there. Not a good look, in my opinion. I understand that's my opinion, whatever. I mean, if you have something, just come out with it. We're not going to bite. Well, most of us, at least. I hope.
And
what are you talking about?
It's your decision.
Really a bite, but it's playful.
It's playful. Yes, exactly. And
like a puppy.
It is what it is. But since we're currently in the sewers and we got to get back out of it to get back on topic, I just need to say, Copper, I will not be giving any more mod wrenches out. I'm keeping the mod number low on purpose. And the individuals who informed you of what you normally have to do in order to get a wrench, it's absolutely true. AT2 Production said you got to cup and give constant eye contact to get a wrench here. That is actually true. He did that. True story. Ash Scott said you have to suck dick well to get a wrench. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. Ash Scott, she gobbled my anaconda like she was a rabid mongoose. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And Turquoise Laura, do I even dare? Do I even dare?
You dare not.
If you want information on that, you will have to subscribe to my OnlyFans. So with that out of the way, we get back to the comment section. And the comment section, after I said, listen, until I get the information that I need, I'm not going to commit to whatever the fuck this is, because at the time I didn't know what it was. If he would have just like came out with it, that would have been better, but whatever. Anyway, so after that particular video, he then goes over the individuals that are invited. And correct me if I'm wrong, but was it 25 flat earthers and 25 globe earthers? Is that the right number?
24.
24. So 24 on each side.
And ODD TV is one of the flatties, and he's in prison, so I don't think he's gonna be able to do much.
I did not know that. What's he in prison for?
Hard narcotics.
Why am I not surprised?
That is fucking awesome. Oh my god. Hard narc. Who could have fucking seen that shit coming?
I mean, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility when you consider some of the stuff that he would say, that he was on something.
Oh, yeah. That is amazing. 10 out of 10.
But well, wait. Here's the thing. Do we know? Well, he's been in there for what, a couple of years now, almost or more.
I didn't know that.
I don't know how long. Yeah, it's all public information. It's not hard to find.
But that means it wasn't just possession. It was sales.
Probably more. Yeah.
Probably more. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, oh wow, who could have fucking seen that shit coming? Oh, only everybody. But that's hilarious. And yes, I did not know that beforehand. It kind of lets you know how much I don't actually give a shit about the guy, but that is objectively funny. So he was invited because the guy who's making this video, or girl, we don't judge here, but I'm just going to go with guy because it's easier. So this guy made this video not knowing that the dude was in prison.
Yeah, I don't know if that I mean, not everybody knows that, and I only know somebody sent me, I think it was November, somebody sent me some information on that, and I didn't say a ton about it, but I mean, it's public information. So anyway,
wait a minute, is this true right here?
What?
Considering ODD stood for Overdose Denver, that's actually what it stood for.
Yeah, that's his Instagram.
That's real. That's fucking real right there.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I did not know what it meant. I did not know what the abbreviation in his channel name meant.
Yeah, that is amazing.
But yeah, wow, it fits.
Way to tell on yourself.
There's the Instagram link there. I don't know if it's still up or not, but that's yeah.
Fucking Instagram making
still up. It's still up.
It's still up. Holy shit.
Yeah, there you go.
Overdose Denver. Holy fuck. You're making the job of law enforcement really easy there. Like, hey, look at me. These guys go around claiming that they're being spied on by the fucking Illuminati lizard people, and meanwhile they're posting shit like this on social media. Like, wow. Paint a giant sign on you and be like, look at me, I'm a fucking druggie, and I may be dealing as well. What the fuck?
Oh no, you get a longer sentence. You were nabbed for dealing, whether it was movement or outright sales. You had enough to be considered a dealer.
Oh man, that's something. But anyway, so do you have a list of the participants besides ODD? Because that shit's fucking hilarious. But do you have a list?
I do. I put it. Yeah. On my I did a video on it, and then in the both on screen and then in the comment or the description, I listed all of them. I went through the whole video and like wrote down every one of them. So yeah, I have a list. It's okay. On I'll link that.
Yes. So let's see.
I'm actually going to the channel now to pull it up if you really want to go through it.
Perfect. Here we go. Let's see. Final experiment, $5. This is the guy. Gents, I invited you both, and I'm glad you are considering participating. We finally revealed the experiment 2 days ago, which is the Antarctica sun. Hey, final experiment. If I gave you a link to this stream, would you be willing to come on? If you can, please answer that question. I would greatly appreciate it. And we have $20 for ramen supplies for the trip. Thank you very much. I shall use it for only the best ramen.
Top ramen.
Only the best ramen. What is the best ramen, by the way? It's not top ramen. Top ramen is
okay. Top ramen, of course.
It is top ramen.
It really depends. If you're going for the quick, the self-made stuff, I mean, how can you argue against top ramen?
Oh, make it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, but I...
Or are we talking about like corner shop ramen, which is always the best ramen?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to go corner shop ramen for $20. Thank you very much. And I will be getting the spicy variety. I like a little spice in my ramen. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Little spice. Anyway.
Reds, I got to go pretty soon.
Okay, MC Tune. One last question before you go.
It's cool. Yeah, cool to see him pop in here. So yeah, what's up?
Okay, so the last question. All right, so you have the list of. I will go onto your channel and find it. But after that, the final experiment was the Antarctic sun, which we will go on. Now, if I remember correctly, because the seasons are reversed down there, that means they basically want to film or observe the 24-hour sun. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, when we play the video of the 24-hour sun, they just cry and whine fake. So wouldn't it be cool if they were there and they had a camera and they were there, they saw it themselves, and there's a camera that they were with, and then they're like, well, we can't lie about that crap anymore.
I mean, maybe, yeah, go. It's hard to say with flat earthers nowadays because Jesus Christ. But anyway, MC2, I know that.
I think let me say the important thing. The important thing I think is finances, and of course, if probably anybody that wants to go would have to pay. But wouldn't it be cool if a flatty was covered? Like they're like, yeah, you big talking, nothing delivering flatties. What if they paid for? I don't know. Wouldn't it be cool?
I would choose, if I could choose any flatty to go to Antarctica, it would have to be Jeranism, because he's the guy that started this whole thing for me all those years ago, and then I absolutely whipped his ass in a debate. But just to like rub more salt into that wound, and we're talking metric fuck tons of salt here. I would choose him to get a free trip to Antarctica, because I would love to see him say interesting over and over and over again as the sun is whizzing around his fucking face. That would be awesome.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm just saying, it would just be him saying interesting on an endless loop, because his brain wouldn't be able
to I gotta go
comprehend what he's seeing. Anyway, MC2, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Have fun. See ya.
All right. Thanks a lot. We'll see you.
Yeah, no problem. Enjoy your frisbees.
So went to their channel, went to the invite video. There's no single consolidated list, but they do show highlights of who all they were invited on either side. It's a 13-minute video. And at the end, there's a text in the video that says, for more information, or if you would like to participate, please visit, and it gives a website. I go to the website, and guys, you gotta, if you're gonna do a website for something like this and say, for more information, go here, have more than the name, a countdown, a contact us button, and then embedded links to the videos that you've already released.
Yeah, it leaves a lot to be desired. And the final experiment, no offense to you, because I honestly don't know who the hell you even are. But in my opinion, if you have something that's worth a damn, you should be willing to just come out and say it. If you are simply doing this to build hype, it kind of comes off as grifting. Not saying that's what it is, but that is the impression a lot of people have gotten, as you well know by looking at your comment section. So not the way I would have done it, just throwing that out there. And when I ask for information, you immediately ask for an email address. Again, I don't know who you are, so I wasn't going to give you my email address. So maybe that's just me being hypercritical, but this is why I put in my title for this live stream, the potential for bullshit. Because even though a lot of people are getting excited about the possibility that a flat earther would be able to go to Antarctica and discover that you actually can go there if, you know, the finances are in order, there is still the potential that this is all just a giant grift.
Please highlight the most recent comment by Mika Ray.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, to me, it screams of the scam that Greater Sapien got hit with. Exactly. Exactly. And so a bit of a history lesson for you guys. Greater Sapien was going to take a flight over Antarctica, and he was going to either just film or film and live stream the entire flight, so it would be unbroken. I'm not sure how he would do that with internet connectivity issues, but at the very least, he was going to record the entire thing. So I believe he did a fundraiser for it. He was able to raise the money required to do this trip. And then as it came time to actually do said trip, nothing happened because it was a complete and total scam. All that money went away, and Greater Sapien had nothing to show for it. So this is why I recommend people be cautious when dealing with this person, because they haven't given us any information to work with that would make any reasonable person trust them. At least not yet. So it has basically made a really cool thing kind of slightly, ever so slightly less cool because of the bad taste that people have from the Greater Sapien fiasco. So who's to say this isn't another Greater Sapien fiasco, and they're just taking additional steps by making a YouTube channel and a website that doesn't really tell us anything. You know what I'm saying? And there's also another thing that is making me very apprehensive about this. And Jared, I would like to do some math with you.
Well, actually, it was asked in the chat, and actually someone already responded with a base number to go off of. Slick asked, how much will this cost to do this? He doesn't have the money that he could put to it. Understandable.
Yep.
And then
the final experiment says, our channel is not monetized and we will never ask anyone for money. No grift here. The final details will be revealed in our final video on 5/13. Stay tuned. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Will you reveal who you are? Not your actual name, but I'm assuming since you are going through the effort of making a channel, a website, and targeting certain flat earthers and certain globe earthers. I mean, clearly you know who the fuck I am. So clearly you're from around these parts, which means you must have had a YouTube channel that at the very least people would recognize. So for this next video, will you be revealing at least your original YouTube channel?
And at some point, that history information is going to be interesting to know for maybe not every person who is directly involved, but for people watching, it is a bit of the story. It is a piece of the puzzle of the entire thing going on. And of the I will reveal myself in the next video, including Okay, well, good on you for that. Good to know. Here is the thing that I said to Reds. I said to MC Toon when this first thing came up and the invitation was first put out there. If you're going to contact creators, unless you are intending on at least a portion of it to be a blind experiment, which is typically generally done in medical side of things, not others, then it would be understanding why you would hold back certain details. But if it's not going to be a blind, if you're inviting people to go along with it and you want an actual answer and commitment that is something you can actually count on to a certain extent, you need to be a little more free with the details of the what, when, and where, just especially the what, because in order to have the best results, you need to have the best setup for the experiment. And the way that you're going to have the best setup for it is actually talking about the setup and what you're testing, how you're going to be controlling things with the people that are going to be involved. So, and playing games on being really loose with releasing of information and having it in conjunction with videos really makes you question how genuine the intent actually is.
Yeah, it's all about them pesky details. And speaking of details, here's one detail that I would like to have answered. Now, I know that this guy is not going to reveal who he is, and fine, if he wants to play that game, he can play that game. I have criticisms about that particular game, but whatever. We already went over those. However, final experiment question. Are you from around these parts? And if you were to reveal your original channel, if you had an original channel, would we recognize you? Or have you never had a YouTube channel before, and were you always a lurker? Were you ever a mod in any one of our live stream chat rooms and stuff like that? Were you ever a mod on anyone's channel is what I'm trying to say? Stuff like that. Would we recognize you? I guess is my question. Would we recognize you?
Maybe. And yeah, Mika Ray has it right, is you need to consider if you're not asking for the people who are participating to aid in the funding, that means you already have it all funded. And yeah, around the $180,000 for up to 50 people might actually be on the conservative side of how much it would cost, because you're looking easily $10,000+ per person for travel, clearances, equipment, everything before you go. Because while yes, they can't outright deny you going from the US, but there are certain things that they are going to heavily suggest you take care of, and one of them being a particular type of insurance in case something fucking happens.
Which we all know. the worst time is the best time for shit to go wrong. And this is where the math comes in, and we see some really good math right there. But let's go ahead and lower it down a bit. Let's lower it down. All right. I am going to completely lowball this, by the way. Lowball it. We're going to say $5,000 per person. There's 48 people. Let's go ahead and do less than half of that. Let's say 20 people say yes to this thing. If it costs $5,000 per person and 20 people are going, that's $100,000. 100,000. Now, it could be the case that the majority of the individuals do not go. But we're not looking that much better in that case, because you would be in instead of the $100,000 range, you'd be in the $70,000 range or the $80,000 range. And one of the main reasons that one of the main prohibitors from going to Antarctica is the cost, because it's a lot. And let me tell you, it's not
heard noise not understood.
It's not $5,000. Again, I was completely lowballing the ever living shit out of that. You all right, 82? I'm gonna mute you until you come back and finish dealing with whatever it was you were dealing with. But yes, that is extremely conservative. You are You are exactly right. That is extremely conservative. I am not saying it costs only $5,000. And also, here's another good point. Why do Globers need to go? We aren't the ones who need any proof. We already accept that there is a 24-hour-a-day sun in Antarctica. We already accept that. We don't need convincing. It's the flirfs that need convincing. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you're going to pay for my fucking trip, then why the fuck not? You know, let's be honest here. But are you going to pay for my trip? You know, how is this going to be funded? Do you have funding already taken care of? Or is it the case that the next video that releases the details also includes a link to a GoFundMe? Because if that is indeed the case, then that's kind of it would be kind of cringe. Not gonna lie, it would be very, very cringe. And this is why I am super skeptical about this whole thing. Now, I do want to highlight a comment that he made. Let me find it here for a second, because he did answer my question, which I do appreciate.
And we got an answer to that question too. No GoFundMe. So if it's already funded, then that does take part of the questions off of the table.
Yep. You would probably not recognize me, okay? But here is a hint. I've been in a debate on Jeranism's channel. So this guy has spoken to Jeranism, so he is at least aware of these parts of the internets. So we're not dealing with a stranger at the very least. If I'm reading this right. I think I am. If he's on Jeranism's channel, that means he knows everyone around.
Has been around at least long enough to not just sit in the background.
Yeah, so, not just in the background, which would make sense considering he put all of our names on that video of his. And speaking of that, I have a list right now. Not sure how some of these are going to work, by the way, but I'm just going to go down the list. So we have the flat Earth side and we have the globe Earth side. For the flat Earth side, we have David Weiss. Boo. We have Eric Dubay. Boo. Okay, we're just going to skim through these because all of these guys get boos. Just keep that in mind as I go through this list. So
no need to boo. It's just hold the snickers and laughter till the end, because we know how many of them talk a big game but won't actually follow through.
Yes, exactly. So here we go. David Weiss, Eric Dubay, Jeranism, Mark Sargent. There's a name I haven't heard in quite a long time. Odd TV. Good luck with that.
That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna fucking happen. Dean Odle. Odile, O-D-L-E. I'm probably going to fuck up a lot of these names, so apologies in advance. Unless you're a flat earther, in that case, deal with it. Nathan
I think that, so Dean Odile, that was the Flurf pastor that had the debate with the actual rational pastor not too long ago.
Ah, I see. Nathan Oakley, who's been running away for over 1,800 days from a debate with me, just so that people are aware. Austin Whitsitt, Dave Murphy, Tanner Stewart. Allegedly. We have Matt Long, fucking Flatzoid. That's hilarious. Mr. 11 Frames himself. Taboo Conspiracy, Eddie Bravo, Santos Bonacci?
Bonacci. He's a really when you think toxic will believe any. Oh, you remember how bad Flat Earth Aussie Jesus was?
Yeah.
Worse.
Well. And then we have Caleb FE. Now, is this the same Caleb that's on Twitter that's also a Nazi?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the Twitter Nazi. Okay, so Caleb Fe, Dell Beyond the Imaginary Curve, Sean Griffin, Ken, oh Jesus fucking Christ, Heidebracht. I know I'm fucking that up, and
Yeah,
don't at me. Sean Hibbler, Robbie Davidson, Daryl Marble, so D Marble,
Yep.
Bryce Mitchell, and Globebusters. Wasn't that Bob?
Bob, Jaron, and they've changed the lineup. But Globebusters, I guess, is still going on. It's just under new management.
Yeah, but it wasn't one person. It was
No, it
always
was a
a
group.
team, or was it just Bob?
So Bob was the head,
Mm-hmm.
and Jaron was the primary partner, and then they would have the other co-hosts throughout. I don't know how they're doing it now, because I will be honest, I gave Flat Earthers almost a year to come up with something new a few years back, and they still haven't.
It's to the surprise of literally nobody. So that's the list of flat earthers that have been invited. Not sure how the Globebusters thing is going to work out there at the end, but whatever. Moving on. For the Globe side, we have Simon Dan, Professor Dave, Dave McKeegan, of course, MC Toon, Creaky Blinder. We have Fight the Flat Earth. We have Wolfie 6020. We have yours truly, Red's Rhetoric. We have Globy McGlobeface. We have Globe Man, Bob the Science Guy, Mr. Sensible, Professor Stick, Astro Kobe, Michael Jones, Chuck Nice. Never heard of him. I've heard of everyone above except Chuck Nice. I'll have to look him up. Mike Winger, Scott Manley. I that would be amazing. Mick West, Dr. Blitz, Planner Walk, Danny Faulkner, Ruslan Karagonov, that's a very Russian name, and Where's Wally? And apologies if I completely fucked up your name, by the way. I am so bad at names. But so that's who's been invited on the Globe side. So put it all together, it's 48 total apparently, but we don't have the odd TVs and we don't have the Globebusters because Bob is no longer with us. So this leads me to a particular conclusion that whoever's running this is obviously familiar with these parts, but hasn't been around long enough to understand that Odd TV is in jail. But to be fair, I didn't fucking know that. That was hilarious. And that Bob Nodell is no longer with us. He passed away when? I think it was a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a bit. And actually, Earth is Life actually just pointed out quite the correlation. Everyone with over 50,000 subs.
That's not entirely true. I have 37,000 subs. I don't have 50,000. Unless he's talking about the Flat Earth side. Of everyone on the Flat Earth side has 50,000 subs, but that wouldn't be true either because I know for a fact Flatzoid doesn't have anywhere close to that amount.
I think it's more the notoriety and where people who have appeared on channels with a significant following.
I see. Yeah, maybe because we have all appeared.
What has Dave done about Flat Earth recently? He hasn't really talked about Flat Earth in years.
Which Dave are you referring to?
Murphy.
Oh, okay. Because if you were going to say Dave Wise, holy shit, dude. I was going to say he's probably making another app as we speak. That will also not work.
Cool. It'll work for its actual purpose. It's just what he says the purpose will be is not the actual purpose.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we go over that list and you see a number of people. So let's just say 20 people show up to this thing. The cost of actually doing this thing is $5,000. That means you're going to be at $100,000 for 20 people to go on this trip. But another thing that is making this very weird to me is that you want to know what's one. How do I phrase this? So you can participate in multiple different ways, apparently. According to MC Toon, there are 3 separate ways that you can participate. You don't have to go to Antarctica to be a part of whatever the fuck this is. Apparently, you can participate from the comfort of your own home. Again, I'm hearing all this secondhand. I'm not giving the dude my email address, but he supposedly heard it through email, so here it is. The first way you can participate is to actually go to Antarctica. The second way that you can participate is, I guess, do the observation from home, and I guess you can compare notes with the individuals that have gone to Antarctica. However, the third one is interview the guy who's behind the final experiment. Interview him and post the interview on your YouTube channel and other socials. That counts for some reason as participating in the final experiment. Do you all want to take a wild guess why that leaves a very bad taste in my mouth?
I'm going to let others start putting in chat, but the whiff that I just got with that being a part of it and being considered participation, Beyond the Curve 2.0.
I'm not the only one that's feeling this way, right? Because this is why I said this whole thing feels like a giant grift. And it could be the case. It is a possibility that this guy builds up a shit ton of hype, gets a lot of traffic to this new YouTube channel, only for it to be a big batch of fucking nothing. And he's drumming up all this hype, and it will make everyone go absolutely crazy. And we're waiting for the final episode to learn all the details, and the final video that finally gets posted after all this time, after all this hype, is a fucking Rickroll video.
Yeah, well, maybe not a Rickroll video. No, maybe. Well, see, that's the thing is, if it was someone with my sense of humor behind it and my long history around the subject matter, I would probably do a Rickroll video in this way, but not exactly that. But no, where I went was, is this person a flat Earth proponent who did not like how Beyond the Curve portrayed pretty much the majority of flat earthers, especially the vocal ones that are actually putting out content and trying to convince people to fund their lifestyles in whichever way, shape, or form. And maybe this is the attempt to get something going on to then try to paint everyone in a better light.
So we have a few things I want to highlight. The final experiment said, need to head out. Looking forward to getting everyone's response after our next video reveals the rest of the details. I hope it's all the details and not leaving anything out. So thanks for stopping by. Regardless who the fuck you are, I appreciate you stopping by and giving us at least something to chew on. But Justin says something that I think is very, very important. At the final experiment, you should have given all the details to the people you invited and asked them not to reveal it to public until you did. Yep, that would have been a
That's
much
exactly
better way.
My point.
Yes.
That is exactly it, on the head at the beginning. Unless you were going to have a segment of the people participating being part of a blind study kind of thing, that's exactly what you do when you invite someone onto a big project. Hey, this doesn't go beyond us. If you need an NDA to do it, do a fucking NDA to do it. They're very basic at this point when it comes to talking about media ideas. And then you lay out, this is the project, this is what we're doing, this is what we have lined up, this is where we are in the process. Do you want to be a part of it?
Yeah. Yeah, this top secret Area 51 bullshit doesn't really sit very well with me, and this is why I am very skeptical about this. And also, let me go ahead and highlight yet another comment that I think was very, very important here. Kara, at Final Experiment, or just give the details and quit trying to stir up hype over what will likely be very underwhelming. Could be very underwhelming. We don't know, but I would very much like to know the details to see if it's even worth our fucking time. But, you know, it doesn't look like that's going to be happening, unfortunately. But, you know, not a good look. I'm going to say that much. Not a good look so far. And let's see. There were 2 people whose emails I could not obtain, Red being one of them. From what I've seen of the emails that you have been sharing, hasn't really been all that informative, like at all. So you're telling people, oh, we're going to be revealing more details in the next upload, link to website with a countdown clock and blah, blah, blah. You're not really giving more information out. We still have a lot of questions. And even though you've mentioned like, oh, this is taking place in Antarctica, this is taking place to watch the sun and everything, all that. That's all well and good, but you do realize that opens up a lot more questions. If you were to say, hey, this was going to be happening in North America, I'm pretty sure most people would not give as much of a shit. But since you said Antarctica, we know the challenges of getting there. And the fact is, it's fucking expensive. Like, holy shit, we're talking about thousands upon thousands of dollars for each individual. Person. And you invited 48 people. Well, not really, but you intended to invite 48 people. So naturally, people do the math in their heads and they come to the obvious conclusion that the math ain't mathin'.
Well, and like I said, there's detail missing, and that's where the head scratching starts, and that's when it becomes, what's the actual motivation here? If you're not upfront with the details that you can give to the people that you are inviting to be a part of it, even if it's in background communication, that just gives reason to doubt the sincerity.
Geistview, a really good friend of mine. And by the way, Geistview has been to Antarctica. Geistview actually went there. So this guy has experience on the type of bullshit you have to go through in order to, 1, get there, and 2, stay there for a while. So, yeah, you know, Geistview is a person you want to listen to when it comes to shit like this. So making that very, very clear. At Red, before you go get the details, before you go get the details, especially the insurance part. Also, who is going to be supplying the cold weather gear required? I don't think people truly understand how much of a frozen hellhole Antarctica actually is.
Well, no, the people who haven't deluded themselves with certain notions of the natural state of the world, we recognize what it actually is going to require. And again, difficulty is not impossibility. Difficulty does not mean you can't go. It just means you need to have your shit in order.
Absolutely. And I'm going to highlight yet another comment. At Red, the logistics are going to be off the charts. And responding to Justin did to Winters. So, like I said, Geistview has gone there. He knows the amount of bullshit it takes to do a trip to Antarctica and how expensive it can be. So people naturally look at this, they do the math in their head, and they're like, what the fuck? Now, this guy could be a glober. This guy could be a flat earth. I saw a few comments in the live chat, and they said that, oh, is this guy a flat earther? Is this guy a flat earther? Honestly, it wouldn't matter, to tell you the truth. If a globe earther is claiming that they're going to be able to afford a trip to Antarctica for 48 potential people, that deserves a fuck ton of scrutiny, regardless if they're coming from the globe side or the flat earth side. And I'm sorry, you're not going to raise enough money for this selling t-shirts and water bottles, and you're definitely not going to make enough money for this with some sort of crowdfunding campaign. Even though we have somewhat of an audience on this side of the internet, that same audience is fully aware of the risk, because they remember the shit that happened with Greater Sapien. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And I feel bad for Greater Sapien. When I saw his video explain the whole thing, you just feel bad. You feel like shit because of it. Could this be the buildup to another one of those? Is this guy going to request that I put any of my own money towards this? Like, hey, congratulations. You've been invited to go to Antarctica with us to test the flat earth. Here's the bill. I'm like, well, fuck you. I don't have to go to fucking Antarctica. I already know what the fuck happens there, because I'm not a dipshit with my head up my ass. So some people are asking for a story here. What happened to Greater? It's Sapien, like Homo sapien. Anyway, but Greater Sapien. So what happened was that he was the victim of a scam. He was trying to book a flight over Antarctica. And I don't know if he was going to live stream the entire flight. I'm not sure how that would work. I don't know if there was
He was
internet.
definitely going to record it.
He was definitely going to record it. So don't take my word for this, but I think he was going to try to live stream the entirety of the flight. But I could be wrong on that particular detail. But at the very least, he was going to record the entire thing unbroken. And then what he was going to do is he was going to post it to his YouTube channel in full, and he was going to make, I believe, the raw video files public. He was going to post it like on a G drive or something, so you could download this and scrutinize it, go through it with a fine-tooth comb, so that people know that there was no bullshit involved. So that was his plan, and he started crowdsourcing the money needed so that he could buy himself a ticket on this flight. Well, fast forward till after the funds have been collected, and the ticket was paid for. After a number of days, if not a few weeks go by, or after they went by, he made another video saying, "Hey guys, got some bad news. No ticket showed up. This was a scam." And he goes into detail on like his correspondence and all the steps that he took to get what he paid for. It's a long video, and I highly recommend you check out Greater Sapien's YouTube channel for that. But to make a very long story very short, he bought a ticket for a trip to Antarctica to fly over it, and it turned out to be complete bullshit, and he lost all that money, all of it, which was a very, very shitty thing. So to do this thing in this way, knowing that history, because if you are at least familiar with this part of the internet, you know of the greater sapien story. And it's not a good look for you to be doing it in the way that you are doing it. It makes people very skeptical as to whether or not you have good intentions. And the fact that we ask you for very specific pieces of information, and I would say our questions are justified, for you to be like, oh, just wait till next upload, it also leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth because it sounds like a fucking grift. I'm sorry, it sounds like a grift. Now you can say, no, it actually isn't. You're going to find out when the final upload goes public, and fine, all well and good. But as of right now, it feels like this is a grift. You're getting people's hopes up. And I feel as though at the very end of this long, windy tunnel, there's going to be a rickroll.
Well, and Geistview points out something that will be very indicative if it's actually going to happen or not.
At Red, if they don't ask for sizes for gear, like jackets and Mickey Mouse boots, I'm assuming those are snowshoes.
The snow boots, yeah, the over boots.
The over boots. Then there is something wrong. Will take months to get all the supplies and gear ordered and sent to Gateway. I'm assuming Gateway is a stop-off
entry point on the continent. You need all your cold weather gear there, ready and waiting for you prior to arrival.
At Red, Flat Earth scam vibe. Collect the money, get everyone to join up. Then, when it falls apart because of logistics, pull the gotcha card. See, you can't freely explore Antarctica. Wow. that would fucking suck, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, this is why the way the details have been so tight-lipped and not opened to the people that have been invited. This is why there's the question of what the fuck's actually going on.
This could be a South Park episode. Just throwing that out there. This could totally be a South Park. And it's gone. Okay, so you just donated $5,000 for this trip to Antarctica. Happy to have you with us. So we're going to go ahead and order some boots. We're going to order some jackets. And it's gone. What? It's gone. The money's all gone. What do you mean? I just gave you $5,000. Yeah, we tried to get it all working for you, and it's gone. Can I, like, what? I'm sorry. Do you have a ticket to Antarctica? This line is only for people to have a ticket to Antarctica. No, you took my money for the ticket to Antarctica. Then please leave the line, sir, because it's gone. I mean, this has a pretty fucked up vibe to it. I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels this way, because the people that have gotten emails, I've been in contact with a few of them. They don't say much. They don't say more than what's actually in the videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, you're not missing much when it comes to these emails. It's nothing. It really is a big batch of nothing. He's not revealing information about the logistics of this whole thing. Like fucking 48 people. 48 people. We're not. And here's the thing, people. Let me make sure you guys understand this. We can't be living in tents in Antarctica. You will fucking die. Antarctica is a frozen wasteland. It will fuck you up.
And Cygnus actually points it out too. The dude couldn't even answer if he was a flurf or an ordinary human. Like in this chat.
Yep, yeah. There it is. I found it. Yeah. The dude couldn't even answer if he's a flurf or an ordinary 21st century human. Hey, do you accept that we are now living in the satellite age? Yes or no?
And avoided it like the plague, which makes me wonder.
Let's see. Ash says, "Yo, Reds, they're talking about you on Jimmy Kimmel right now. It was supposed to be a skit, but you're blowing it. Ah. Oh boy, the mystery has been solved. Yo, Jimmy Kimmel, you could have called me. You have my phone number, asshole." Let's see. At Red, Gateway is Christchurch. It's where everything will be palletized and weighed for Manifest. Yeah, I mean, how much shit would we need for 48 people?
Cold weather gear, the experimentation gear, food.
Lots of food. I'm a hungry boy.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, everything you need to survive on the continent is what you bring with you.
Let's see. So I'm going to go here. Geist View. Quick thing. If you go to your Twitters, it's not called X. Fuck you. But if you go to your Twitters, I will go ahead and send you a link to this here phone call. So link has been sent. I would love for you to just educate all of us as to the amount of bullshit one has to go through in order to get to Antarctica. And that's the thing. You can go there. No one's stopping you except the depth of your wallet. If your wallet ain't deep enough, you ain't going. Going to Antarctica is like going to the moon minus the giant rocket. Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Forgot about that aspect too.
Yeah. Tons. Remember, everything is take off the ice to include human waste. So let me get this straight. With Antarctica,
great.
I need to take my shit back home with me.
Well, you need to take it off of the continent with you. You go back to Christchurch, I'm sure there's someone who has a lucrative enough business in just dealing with human waste from Antarctica.
So what you're saying is, in order for me to do this, I shouldn't eat a chalupa from Taco Bell before going.
I mean, if you really want to have fun with people, it could be worth it.
If I have to shit in the bag right next to Jeranism,
Oh, well, no. It's not like shitting in a bag next to people. It's just instead of plumbing, you have capture tanks like you would in a porta-john.
Okay, but if
an RV.
Okay, but there's a question here. If I wanted to take a shit next to Jeranism, would I have the freedom to do that?
I mean, I don't know what the facilities that they're gonna have available are like. Because again, these are details that a legit project would already have established once they start opening up to invite people.
This is something that I need to know, because if it is the case that I am able to take a shit next to Jeranism on this trip to Antarctica, then I would eat that chalupa.
No, Rodent has the better idea.
Laxatives.
Well, add those into it, but Rodent, no last name. No. Don't shit next to Jaren in a bag. Shit in Jeranism's sleeping bag.
I could just say that I was confused as to which bag I was supposed to take a shit in, and his was right there. Take a chair next to Jeranism. Sign me up. Oh god, that's great. At Red, yes, your shit will be flown off the ice. You will shit in a bucket, and the bag gets put in a tote to freeze. Yeah, so it's not just so not only will I be shitting in a bucket, hopefully next to Jeranism, but then my shit gets frozen. Later, it's going to get weighed for again. Manifest weight costs money, so they have to. So I have to take a shit in a bucket. They have to weigh my shit, and then they have to put my shit on the manifest.
Yep.
There's a lot of logistics going on here, and we haven't even gotten past just
being there. Just the biology of having a human in that environment.
We have
the costs add up.
Yeah, the costs add up. So we have we're gonna have buckets of ass ham over here, and
no. It's going to be labeled VIP because it is very important poo.
Very important poo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much. Very important poo. It's like, look, I don't want to weigh the contents of my Mississippi mudslide. Okay, I don't want to do that. Is someone going to be doing that for me? Hopefully, you know what? If it turns out that the sun does do the thing that we say it does, could it be a thing that if it does that and the flat earthers lose that bet, that they have to take care of the poo?
We could make that a condition of it.
We could make that a condition. Again, I'm very worried here.
But then Requiem for a Dream also has another good idea. Could be fun. You could make it a contest to see who took the biggest shit. And you would have the data to back it up.
You would have the data to back it up. It's like, okay, we go to Red's Rhetoric, and here we go. Wow, that is huge. Oh, my God.
Ashton Richards. It would be easy to trick one of them into eating it.
Mm-hmm. I don't have the bandwidth to stream. That sucks. Yeah, we could make that a condition for the for losing the bet about Antarctica. Be like, okay, listen, you see the 24-hour sun, you lost the bet, you now have to eat the Red's Rhetoric Klondike bar. We could make that. We could put that in the contract somewhere, maybe. Here's the brown popsicle. I even put it on the stick for you.
Yeah, Stan Ding does also bring up point. This is also very close to another South Park episode where they reversed the digestive tract.
Oh, they shove food up the ass, let the crap out the mouth. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. This is another South Park episode in the making. Basically, what I'm saying is, I have questions.
South Park is the new Simpsons?
Pretty much. I'm saying I got questions. This guy does not have a lot of answers. The logistics are going to be a big part of this. We're all having fun in games talking about shit and everything. It's always fun talking about shit. But there is a legitimate problem there. The logistics are going to be absolutely brutal. And that is why I am very skeptical that this is even a thing. So to all the individuals who are thinking about participating in this, we're going to have to do our homework. This dude is going to have to really demonstrate to us that he's not full of shit. He's going to have to answer who's paying for it, how much they have, how they're going to get the logistic thing taken care of, because logistics, as Guys Few said, is really, really important. Because everything's got to go to Antarctica, but then everything's got to come back. Apparently, your shit being included in that.
That's freaking 90% of the Antarctica Treaty is just effectively breaking it down to take your shit with you when you leave.
Yeah. Wait, there's a cavity search?
Some people would just call that a Friday night.
I mean, look, not all cavity searches are bad. That's all I'll say. For more information, please subscribe to my OnlyFans. But yeah, the logistics are going to be the biggest thing. And yeah, I mean, listen, if I could, I would totally smuggle a penguin back home. Penguins are fucking cool. I don't think the penguin would be very happy, but I would be, because I would have a penguin. Just throwing that out there.
Requiem has it. Yep.
Reds walks through the metal detector and 2 penguin feet are kinking out his backside. Yes, they're kicking out my backside. Exactly. Perfect. Sir, were you aware that you have an entire penguin in your ass? No. And it's not a penguin, it's a hemorrhoid. Don't touch, please. Reds, Google penguin teeth. I will not do that. But anyway.
Oh no. We got to do that now. Hang on.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Let's go to Google. Let's do an image search. Penguin teeth.
I mean, I could just...
Okay, some of these pictures are fucking hilarious, but others are like, oh, would not want to get a blowjob from a penguin.
Speak for yourself, young man.
I mean,
oh, so that's how we're getting the trip for free. Experienced penguin boofers wanted. That's how we're getting this whole shit paid for. We're not paying, they're paying us.
man.
Penguin teeth aren't that bad compared to the inside of a turtle's mouth. Well, it depends on what kind of turtle. For example, alligator snapper, probably not my cup of tea. Don't they have like a bite force that's like thousands of pounds or some shit like that?
A snapping... So an alligator snapping turtle will sever a finger with ease.
Let's see. Alligator snapping turtle bite force.
1,000 psi, according to Turtle Survival Alliance. Despite its menacing appearance, this species is not aggressive, but will actively display a gaping mouth when threatened. You still wouldn't want to mess with it though. The large, powerful jaws of this species are estimated to exert a bite force of up to 1,000 psi.
1,000 psi. Holy fuck.
And for comparison, for those who are wondering, that is 1/3 of your average American alligator.
Yeah.
In 1/5 of the size.
Yeah. Not happening. Anyway, we're getting off topic now. So I think we said all we needed to. Let me check on the Twitters to see if anyone else wanted to come into whatever the fuck this is. Gotta just check that out real quick. Check all the DMs and stuff. All right.
Yeah,
so I think
it looks like Astronomy Live was having fun with a flurf in one of our threads.
Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah, Astronomy Life has been having a lot of fun with flurfs and threads. He recently tried to invite God's Humble Warrior or Soldier. I think it's God's Humble Soldier. We've been fucking with them too in that thread. And long story short, he's not coming onto the show. We invited him back on, but only to talk about the Earthshine image. And he tucked his tail and fucked right off at the speed of sound. I guess he was embarrassed from his last appearance on this channel.
He admitted that he is willing to talk about everything except the Earthshine image.
Yeah, he wants to talk about
Imagine that.
Freemasons, Illuminati, NASA being a satanic cult. No, I'm not making that shit up. He even wanted to bring up the Vatican as if I gave a flying fuck.
At one point, he even brought up Trump Tower in fucking New York City.
Did you know that there's Freemason symbolism in Trump Tower? Were you aware of that? Were you? Did you know that NASA is controlled by the Freemasons? I would like to talk about Freemasons and NASA and the Vatican for 2 hours, even though you invited me to talk about the Earthshine photo, which I publicly said on the Twitters was totally fake and bullshit and CGI. But I'm not going to demonstrate it. Instead, I'm going to talk about Freemasons and NASA and how the Vatican is actually satanic and shit, and how you're satanic because you love that heavy metal music shit. You with your devil horns and your rock and roll and your Metallicas and your Slayers, you disgust me. You godless fucking heathen.
Oh, Ash Scott, he's just giving you a preview, well, a prediction of what sadly but enjoyably we've all missed out on because of a particular fuckwit. There's no other term to put it. Guy is a legit fuckwit.
The guy is a legit fuckwit. He has conspiracy on the brain like no one I've ever seen before, and that's saying something because we talk to flat earthers on a daily basis. But with that being said, I think we've pretty much said that we all need to say. So for now, guys, let me go ahead and make this very clear. Do not, under any circumstances, give money to this project. Do not do it. As of right now, until further notice, I am calling this a grift. Not a scam, at least not yet. Don't have enough information for that. But I'm calling this a grift. I would like everyone to put a padlock on their wallet for the next few days. This guy or girl has to be willing to present the information that we are asking for. Our questions are legitimate. So, from top to the bottom, a bunch of videos are posted talking about the final experiment. The final experiment is apparently going to Antarctica and observing the 24-hour sun. The reason why this is important is because a lot of flat earthers said that they would sing a different fucking tune if they saw the 24-hour sun for themselves. And also, it would completely shit on their narrative that you can't go to Antarctica no matter what. So, yes, it's a reasonable thing to do on this side of the internet. It's a very reasonable thing to try and aim for. However, we haven't been given a lot of information as to the logistics, how all this is going to go. And since the information has been trickled out in a way to build hype, there is a non-zero chance that there is a rickroll at the end of this. That all this is fake and that there was never a trip to Antarctica in the works. All of this was just a build hype to grift. And that's where we're at right now. So I'm calling this a grift until further notice. I won't go so far as to call it a scam, but we're getting close to that point. We are. I'm sorry. And dude, if you listen to the rest of this later, because you were here earlier, you said you had to leave or whatever. I'm sorry. I do not agree with the way that you went about this. I really don't. I think this was a really shitty way to go about it. It was a really shitty way to go about it. If you have all the T's crossed and all the I's dotted, just come out and say it. Or and let us know that you're serious with this shit so that you can tell us, hey, here's how we're going to handle the logistics. Here's how we're going to handle the cost of this whole thing. So on and so forth, blah, blah, blah.
Or if you're not going to put out all those details publicly, at least in the people you are having email communication with, it's laid out. It's a formalized list of, yes, here's everything that we've already covered. Here's what we have in place for travel, transit, supplies, everything on the logistics side, everything on the management side needs to be either committed to, confirmed, or in the works with reasonable leads. And this is the information that needs to be communicated to the people you are inviting at a fucking minimum. But Red's Requiem for a Dream did have a slight correction warning. Well, joke's on you. He doesn't have any money, only his sweet, sweet ass.
I mean, I'm saying negotiations can be had. Negotiations can be had. I should make a poll on this. Let's do this. So let's start a poll. Let's do this. Okay, let's add option. Let's do. Okay, let's do. How do I get the poll to work? Hang on one second. YouTube, what the fuck? Come on.
Oh yeah. I'm just
okay. I think it's working.
Do it.
I think it's working now. I think it's working. No, it's not. I have to refresh the page. God damn it, YouTube. Okay, so here's the thing. I pop out the live chat, and eventually the live chat no longer functions as a live chat. I'll still see it scroll, but you have to refresh the page in order to do like literally anything with it. Okay.
Well, it is a Google product.
It is a Google product. No phone, shut the fuck up. Because I have one of their phones. The walls have ears and eyes and shit. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and see where everyone is at with this. This is very, very important to me.
Ooh, this is tough.
Okay, it's a battle between ass and personality.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, Tits is starting to make a comeback. Personality is still in the lead. We have 15 votes so far. Come on, guys. Help me out here.
I mean, personality may take it, I agree with Requiem, at least on the first part. If it's going to be long term, the personality and the connection there has to be there. But if you can have personality and a great ass,
let's see. Sorry, Reds isn't worth $8,000. That's what I said. I want to know who the fuck's paying for this shit. Like, yo, I'm flattered and thank you for having such poor standards, but holy shit. Yep, pretty much. Tits are starting to make it come back. Reds 2024.
Well, I mean, there was that whole hullabaloo around Sydney Sweeney a little while back.
Someone's gonna put that on a t-shirt and sell it, and I give them my permission. Fucking do it. Oh, God. Okay, where are we at? Okay, ass 23%, tits 26%, personality 52% with 31 votes. Oh man, that is funny. Tits are starting to make a comeback. Reds 2024. Yeah, pretty much. Excellent. We have fun here. We have fun here. Okay, so
that really is the most important thing. You gotta learn to have fun, people. Stop taking certain things so goddamn seriously all the time.
yeah, the only thing that we're taking seriously right now is whether or not this dude's a fucking grifter or not. And for this Antarctica trip, is he a grifter? Is he not a grifter? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I mean, okay, so let's go ahead and end this poll. I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you guys to the 34 individuals that voted. So personality wins with 50%. Ass got dead last, and that tracks.
Well, hang on.
It's all about location.
It is a toss-up between tits and ass because that is in the statistical margin of error. But personality won.
Personality won. Okay, y'all are too good. Wow. Anyway, let me start the actual poll. That was just to see if it actually worked, to be honest with you. So all right, here we go. We're gonna do yes, and we'll do no, and then the other option will be IDK. Okay, the question is, and this is in regards to the final experiment guy. The question is he a grifter? So that is the question. Poll is now live. See where people stand on this.
So I will say my vote that I'm about to put in is not, I'm not 100%, but more likely than not, yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm going off of the behavior and lack of details. It's not passing the sniff test at the moment. I could be wrong. I am willing to say that, and I agree with that. It is too soon to tell right now, but the indications are not favorable.
Yeah, if you are of the same opinion that it's too soon to tell, just put I don't know. That's completely valid position to have, given what has been talked about and shown in the live chat for this live stream. But right now, yes is winning with 50%. IDK has 47%. No is at 3% so far. I'll let that go for a few more minutes just to see. But I'm personally going to vote yes for now. Now, there's always it's perfectly fine to change your vote later on when new information comes out. We will have another one of these streams once we know more, because the dude said that he's going to be willing to reveal all, or he will be revealing all, not just willing to, he's going to do it in the next video. This better be a really long fucking video with a lot of details, because these are the details that we need. As Geistview said in live chat, the logistics alone are going to be a fucking bitch.
And about 80% of the budget, guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, they have to pay to carry my shit. So, is he a grifter? Yes is at 51%. No is at 2%. IDK 48% so far. 42 votes in. 42 votes. What's the answer?
Well, that spread to me is actually a good, reasonable evaluation, because it's close to 50-50, yes to not sure, which is not sold on it, but leaning yes. Until more information is known and whether there actually is anything to actually back up what has been claimed to this point, it's not looking good.
Yeah, hang on. Let me answer this real quick. At Red, he also said he emailed all the details to the invitees. So create a throwaway account and have him send you the stuff now. Here's the thing about that. I've seen the email. There's nothing in it. I've been in contact with other individuals that have gotten emails from this guy, and they're less than nothing. They don't tell you much more than what has already been stated in the videos. The questions that we would actually want answered are not answered in those emails. Now, I could do this and maybe hope that I'll get more information, but do I really want to go through the effort when he could just quit the bullshit and tell us all what's going on right now? How are you paying for this? Who's taking care of the gear? Do you already have the gear? How do you already have the gear if you haven't asked me what my sizes are? Again, if you got a jacket or hiking boots or something for this trip for someone who's 5'5", that's just not going to work for me. I mean, I'm 6'6". Again, these are the questions that we need answered. I mean, because I'm a tall fucking dude, and you know, so you gotta make sure the shit's actually gonna fit. Fuck.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see what next information release that he put out. And
wait, you didn't know I was? Haven't I said I'm like over 6.5 feet tall?
Which is why you having a Chevy Spark for as long as you did was absolutely fucking hilarious.
I fit really well in that Chevy Spark. No one behind me could fit fucking anything, but I didn't give a shit about the rear seats. But believe it or not, I was able to fit more of me in that car than I did the Chevy Cruze, the same car that I hit the Three Pigs with, believe it or not.
Yeah, and you have decent room in the new car now, too. And
yep.
God damn it, Requiem's just fucking spilling all the secrets tonight.
Like, it's... Red is just Bill Nye's kid that he left in Florida one summer. I mean, possibly. Yes, but yeah, I did get a new car, so that's nice. And yes, I do fit in this one as well. So all is well right now. And I guess we can play this fucking game, because why the hell not? Let me try something real quick, and we'll do this before we sign off for the evening. At Red, did you ever get a Tesla? See, here's the thing about Tesla. We're gonna go into the weeds now. Actual hangout is over. We're just letting the clock run for the poll that's up top, because I want your guys' opinion on this. But while we're waiting, let me explain why buying a Tesla is a really fucking stupid decision right now. The thing about Tesla is that they're not very good in terms of customer service calls. Their build quality is basically complete garbage. I will say that their batteries and their powertrain, they're very, very good. However, the car that is built around the batteries and the powertrain, complete dog shit. I have test driven a Model 3 and a Model S before, and let me tell you something. The quality is abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. I am shocked that people just show off these cars as if there's something to be proud of. No, you overpaid for complete garbage. Now, like I said, the powertrain is pretty good. It's really, really good. But everything else is just complete crap. And the one thing I don't like looking over to the side to view my speed. I also don't like adjusting my air vents through a touch screen. And one of the main drawbacks of buying a Tesla is that everything's closed off, a lot like Apple. And if I didn't like it when Apple does it, why the fuck would I want my car to do it as well? Did you know, Jared, that there's no such thing as Android Auto or Apple CarPlay in a Tesla?
They're doing their own proprietary bullshit.
It's their own proprietary bullshit, and you can't change that. And not only that, but the resale value on these cars, they drop off a cliff the very moment you drive them off the showroom floor.
Well, yeah, every car does that, but it seems like Tesla takes it to a whole nother level.
We're talking cars that lose like 60 to 70% of their value within like the first year. My Chevy Spark wouldn't even depreciate that fast. And my car was the cheapest car that Chevrolet made, at least at the time. My car held its value better than a Tesla did. Imagine that. Oh, hello. Slice Barcane, how's it going?
What's up?
What up?
Yeah.
This time I set up my audio before I came in.
That's cool. So thank you very much for joining us. So guys, that's our show. Thank you very much for stopping by. So we are going to be signing off, and Slice Barcane, say what you guys say and get the fuck out.
Fuck you.
So anyway, as I was saying, but
Greetings and salutations.
But another reason is that it also has this thing with the doors. Now, I don't know if y'all have been caught up to speed on anything, but I now live where it snows and shit freezes.
Oh.
Did you know that when door handles get frozen, the protrudy types of door handles aren't exactly the best.
Oh.
So yeah, Tesla, big fat fucking no on that one. Big fat fucking no. Not feeling the Tesla thing. Not feeling the drop in resale value. Not feeling the garbage build quality. Not feeling their customer service. Not feeling the lack of Android Auto. Not feeling the fact that I have to adjust the air vents through the fucking touchscreen.
Hold on. Is this Kara 3DS Max, Kara?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Sweet. What's going on? I haven't heard from her in like forever. Like ever. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there.
No problem.
Continue bitching about stuff that, first world problems and shit.
Yes. Well, this is first world problems. But, if I'm spending an absolute fuck ton of money on a car, because besides a home, a car is the most massive purchase that you're going to fucking make, I kind of want it to be a thing that, doesn't completely fuck me. And here's the thing. People are going to talk a whole bunch of shit about the Chevy Spark. And let me tell you bitches something. I love that fucking car. That car was amazing. That car was fucking awesome. It was
Which car is that?
It was cheap. It was reliable. It was easily able to carry all my shit, and it was paid off. It was good on gas, and
just like your women.
It was awesome. Even with driving the Chevy Spark, I still got laid. So fuck you.
No, I was talking about you like your cars, like you like your women. Paid for.
I see what you did there.
They carry all your shit.
I see what you did there.
Good on gas.
Good on gas.
Looks like a clown car when he's next to it.
Yeah. somehow just looks a little bit worse after Red gets done with it.
What's the Carfax on it? You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know, my guy. But anyway,
Blue Book says see a psychiatrist. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and
well, give me the sum up on your Antarctica thing. What the fuck's that about?
We'll get back to it in a moment. Let me just share this real quick. So,
Okay.
So here you go, guys. This is the new ride. Guess what it is. Go have fun.
Actually, I don't know the body style.
Jared, you don't fucking count. You shut the fuck up.
Yep, I'm not saying a thing.
You shut the fuck up because you already rode in it.
Is this the one that broke down on you?
This is not the one that broke down on me. No, the one that broke down on me was the other Chevy Spark.
Oh.
Yeah, I had two of the bitches. Kara, it's a NASA.
There you
go. There we go. Look at that. Honda Civic. Yes, it is a Honda Civic hatchback because I can fit all my shit in it. And that's actually true. Jared, how much shit were we able to fit into this damn thing?
Oh, we had the telescope, 3 different mounts, a whole bunch of other...
we had the table.
we had the table, the cameras. Yeah, pretty much everything that didn't go with Reds to Florida after the eclipse fit into the Honda when he got back.
Yes.
So all his cool points he left in Maine.
I mean, it's not as cool as the Chevy Spark. That's completely obvious here. But I made it slightly more cool by putting the NASA worm logo on it.
Oh, but is it just that one side, or did you do it to both?
Oh, I did to one side. I still need to get the vinyl cutter to work because after I cut one, it literally shit the bed on me.
It's starting to seem like a pattern with you, man.
You know, Slice Spark.
You use something. You use something once, Red, and then it's just fucked after that, man.
I mean, listen. As far as I'm aware, it's a driver issue. The driver updated, and now it doesn't work anymore. Now I need to find some way to get the old drivers back. And yes, guys, just FYI, I do have a vinyl cutter. And I will be putting one on the other side because, symmetry.
Well, you can buy those as stickers.
Yeah, I know I can, but I can make them myself. I just need the goddamn firmware to cooperate with me. I mean, it fucking works. It does a test cut easily, but the firmware is not
communicating with Amazon. Bet you I can find it on Amazon.
Probably, but I bought a vinyl cutter. I want it to work. So for now, it's only on the driver's side. But, as long as the logo's on there, we're good.
I got it here. You can even pick your color.
Slice Barcane, I'm going to need you to eat a fat dick.
Well, speaking of colors, who's not in the second round?
Oh, wonder who that is, or who that isn't.
Who that isn't?
I don't think he's getting it, Jared.
I mean, those kitties did pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to explain that one to me.
Go bolts.
Oh, okay. Now it clicked.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all fine.
The only reason why we didn't clean you out in the first 4 games is because we wanted to win the 5th game at home.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until someone gets
until next season. Shut up.
until 8.2 gigawatts goes through your fucking spine. Anyway,
in case anybody's lost here, I am a big Florida Panthers fan. I've been a Florida Panthers fan since '96 when we were throwing rats on the ice. That's when that started. And Reds decided that he was going to play Gulf Coast on me. And
I'm from Tampa. You had to have seen that coming.
Yeah, he had to just kind of play Gulf Coast and had to play the Lightning card. And but unfortunately we met them in the round of 16 and we knocked them out. So
Requiem
What was
for a
that about
Dream
eating a
flies
dick?
through the first rat that he did. He was there for the very first rat.
I was going to the games for this first season that they were starting throwing rats.
Red, step up your game. Do the entire car in one giant NASA decal, hood to trunk. So basically, you're saying full vehicle wrap. That's gonna confuse a whole bunch of people. No, I like this. It's tasteful. It's subtle, but it's there.
Or it's white. We could do a retro bullseye and have it be the bullseye logo. One on each side, and then one on the roof.
I don't know if it's a good idea for Reds to have a bullseye on his car.
He already has one when he gets in it, so why not?
Yeah, man. But yeah, let me stop sharing that. See the...
You want a link to the stickers on Amazon? They even have them in Germany.
I don't want your fucking stickers. I can make them myself once I get the firmware working. I will make them myself. You will see. Maybe. Depends if I get this shit working or not.
Got 4 worm logos, 6 of the big blues, and some stripes.
$8.
$8. Yep.
How much to get the firmware working?
A few gray hairs.
A few gray hairs. You know, that's cheaper. We'll go for that. Nothing like a shortened lifespan to get you moving in the right direction.
For car, motorcycle, and boat.
Let's see. I got this one. Let's do this. So we'll do that to drive. Save that, and we'll do this. And we will go to drive as well, because why the fuck not? And I'm going to share these with peoples, because all the peeps and the bitches and the hoes are curious. I will go ahead and solve that problem. All right, so the first image that you're going to see is just before I picked it up and just before I was able to get it tinted, because I like having tint on my cars. Fucking bite me. I know a lot of people seem to hate people that have tint on their cars. I'm not sure why. I mean, are we that much of assholes because we put tint on our cars? I have no idea. But anyway,
I loved having tint on my cars, but over here in Europe, it's illegal to have it on the front windows, the driver and passenger.
Yeah.
Public safety concern.
Public safety concerns can kiss my ass. I hate public safety. Public safety sucks.
Well, if you,
at Red, saying symmetry made me tremble a little. Yes, I will put a NASA logo on the other side. That will happen. Okay, so presenting.
Hey, Kara, with your 3D printer, if you're not already aware, which I'm sure you are, from Max you can export to OBJ, and then the Cura, whatever, however you pronounce that, will convert an OBJ to a 3D print.
There we go. So there's the ride. It's a 2024 Honda Civic Hatch Sport.
Hold on, you just went to some lot and took a picture of a car. It's still got a sticker on it, man.
Yeah, that's the dealership I purchased it from, jackass.
I don't know.
Yeah. My name's SRK, and I threw rats at people.
Yep, I did.
Yes. But yes, that is the new ride. That is what has
pretty snazzy car.
It has officially replaced the Lamborghini, but we have renamed it. This is now the Slamborghini because of what happened to me last time. God damn it.
I'd call it the Killer Marshmallow or something, but
Killer Marshmallow. No, you already got to name the telescope Baller, which by the way was really awesome. We're making a sticker for that.
I've already made the image for the sticker. Now you just have to order it.
Now we just have to order it.
instead of getting drivers.
Yeah, and for those who are wondering, it is yes, it is fully covered with gap coverage. Fully covered.
You got perspective insurance?
Oh, I took all the insurance. I took out volcano insurance on this fucking thing. Okay. There is so much I mean, I can call my insurance company and they'll come over and give me a blowjob right now.
The next call you make to your insurance is going to be, yeah, I need roadside assistance. Okay, where are you at? Wait, in Maine?
Yeah, fucking Maine.
How the fuck did you get there?
I'd be like, listen, all right. I hopped in my car and I started coming, and then after I was done coming, I drove to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
then I got stranded in some town where everyone's family tree is a circle.
Mm. It's more like a vine.
I tried to ask the lady with two heads for directions, but she was very indecisive.
Yeah. So have you found anybody to take you up on my board yet?
No, I've been challenging everybody, and they've all tucked their tail and fucked right off at the speed of sound. Your board game is collecting dust, and I feel bad.
I don't feel bad. It's just more evidence for me, I guess.
Pretty much, because it illustrates that that a lot of flirts don't want to have an actual debate unless they're controlling the space. One reason that, or I should say, one of the main reasons that they're saying no, is that they don't know the questions ahead of time. And I'm like, motherfucker, neither do I.
Yep.
That's the point.
That's called leveling the playing field, motherfucker.
Yep. And it's not, and nothing on there is any kind of, globe this or flat earth that. It's mostly, how does this, explain this on your model? That's all it is. But,
did you get pig insurance? Bro, I got insurance. They'll serve me bacon at any drive-through, whether it's breakfast or not. Okay. I got the good shit.
Just not Canadian.
just not. I did not get Canadian insurance, but I did get asteroid insurance. Let's see, volcano insurance, asteroid insurance, Donald Trump insurance. That one was really expensive.
Yeah, that's true, because that shit's everywhere.
That shit's everywhere. I mean, if I hit a rogue Donald Trump somewhere because he was crossing the street and wasn't looking in the middle of bumfuck Egypt, Kansas, then my insurance will cover that.
Mm.
It's good. So yes, flood insurance. I got lightning insurance. I got forest fire insurance. Like I said, they'll deliver me Flintstones gummies if I really wanted them to. So
insurance payment's higher than your car payment.
I mean, I learned my lesson last time, and let me tell you something. If there's even a fucking scratch on this car, I could total the damn thing out and just have them pay for everything at this point, because fuck them. Anyway, so
cool. So I know what's going to happen when I come to the States.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to do a repeat of what happened with that one douchebag that was tailgating us. Remember that 82 Pro in the red Trans Am?
Mm.
That was fun. Down to the second and spat a 7-foot flame out the ass end. Don't tailgate my shit. Anyway, Slice Barcane. So here is the I'm going to condense this as much as I can in the shortest amount of time, and then we're actually going to finish this episode. So what happened is that there was a series of videos that got posted on a brand new YouTube channel. It's called The Final Experiment. And the first video that came up went over the history of the debate on our side of the internet saying, "Oh, the debate is still going on. Flat earthers aren't convinced. Globe earthers aren't convinced. Whatever will we do? I know. Wait till next video to find out." And then he goes into the next video saying, "We're doing a final experiment and it's going to be amazing. Here are the people that I'm inviting to participate in this final experiment." And it was a series of flat earthers and a series of globe earthers, even number on each side. Well, not really, but more on that later. And the total is 48 people. 48 people have been invited to participate in this so-called final experiment. This is where I come in and I say, okay, what the fuck is it? Because I was invited. He still hasn't answered that question. Well, he did later on, but he didn't answer that question at that particular moment in time. Anyway, he then uploaded another video saying, okay, now I'm going to tell you the location of the final experiment. Not what it is, but just the location. And it's Antarctica. Then the last video, I believe we're up to date now with this particular video, but the particular video that inspired this hangout was what the experiment was, and it was we're going to observe the 24-hour sun. And he shows a bunch of clips of a bunch of flat earthers saying that if they went to Antarctica and they were able to see the 24-hour sun with their own eyes, that would totally fuck them up the ass. Well, and so he plays those clips and he says, so as I mentioned previously, we're going to go to Antarctica because that's where the final experiment is. And the final experiment is that we are going to go there at a time when the 24-hour sun is up, and we're going to observe the 24-hour sun. So it's going to be a bunch of globies, a bunch of flatties, and they're going to view the exact same shit, and that's apparently going to solve this side of the internet's problems.
Sure.
No, it isn't, but that's
sure.
That's at least a hope. Now, here is where there's...
Is this where we put predictions in?
Yeah, this is where we put predictions in. But here's the issue that we've been running into. He invited 48 people to this, assuming that just 20 of them show up, and assuming a dirt cheap price of $5,000 per person. That's $100,000. And keep in mind, it's not $5,000 to go there. It's actually more than that. Right. It is thousands of dollars more than that.
It's about 11,000.
Yes. So even if we were to get a dirt cheap price on this at $5,000 per person, and 20 people say yes, I'll do this, that is $100,000 for this. 100,000. That's problem number one. Problem number two is that the dude has been very wishy-washy about revealing certain details, like the logistics. How are we going to get our shit over there? Are you going to supply us with the shit we need so that we don't, die? we don't have
How
that.
Dare you?
Yeah. How dare I ask these incredibly obvious fucking questions? And not only that, but he's also giving off very, very grifty vibes. And the grifty vibes, yeah. And the grifty vibes that he's giving off is two really big ones. The first one is that he's breaking up this information into multiple videos to build hype. And this gives off the impression that at the very end of this, there's going to be a Rickroll.
Probably.
So he's building up a whole bunch of hype, and keep in mind, he doesn't have to do it this way, and he probably shouldn't with the guests. But he's building up a whole bunch of hype. I mean, it inspired this hangout to happen. So he's doing it to build up hype, and it sounds like fuck you, Sly. And it sounds like that's the only reason he's doing it in this way. But then
what's the name of the channel?
The final experiment. And then we move on to issue number 2. And Sly, you're probably going to shit yourself when I tell you this. There are 3 separate ways that you can participate in the final experiment. Apparently, you don't have to go to Antarctica in order to be counted as a participant.
Okay.
So, here's how you can participate. Number 1, go to Antarctica. Now, if that's not quite your thing and you don't want to go to Antarctica, option number 2, and I'm just guessing here, observe the sun from whatever from whatever location you're at and track it, document it, that kind of thing, so that you can compare notes with the individuals that did go to Antarctica. So go to Antarctica, observe the sun from your location at the same time they're observing the sun from Antarctica. So those 2 things are okay. But the big one, Sly, is number 3. To be counted as a legitimate participant, you would interview the creator of the final experiment and post that interview on your YouTube channel and other socials.
Fuck that.
You see how this feels like a total fucking grift?
It's funny. I'm skimming through the participants video, and I only see about 2 Globers referenced. Everybody, geez, D Marble too? Jesus Christ.
So here's what I'm going to do.
Any video is bad that opens up with Dave Weiss. I'm sorry.
You're not wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, so let's see. So I found a video from MC Toon that has all the people on there. So let me share that with you. Sly, I'm posting the link in the internal chat. I'll also post it in the live chat so you all can check it out. But if you fast forward to time code 1340, you'll actually see the complete list. So Sly internal chat, here you go, and go to time code 1340. On the left side will be the flat earthers who are invited, and the right side will be the globies that are invited.
1340, you said? Oh, 1340.
No, 1340.
04. Well, it's there too. Yeah. It starts at like 13 minutes.
That's just where I was. Anyway, but that's the list.
Oh, they're scared of me still. Darn.
Yeah, so apparently I've been invited. So I said, unless I get the information that I am requesting, I am not going to commit to anything. And because we all remember the bullshit that happened with Greater Sapien when he was when he paid for a flight over Antarctica, and it turned out to be a total fucking scam. But this guy came. This final experiment guy actually showed up in the live chat for the stream earlier, and he said that he's not going to be asking for any money. So is he going to pay $100,000 to make this happen?
That would be interesting.
It would be, and I would very much like to hear Jaronism say that. But yes, for 78 votes, let's go ahead and call it here. So is he a grifter? He being the final experiment guy, the guy who's behind this. 58% say yes, he is a grifter. So yes has 1. No is 3%. I don't know is 40%. So a lot of people are getting the same vibes that I'm getting, and also a good number of people are taking what I would say is a reasonable position here. They don't have all the information, so they can't say for sure whether he is a grifter or not. And 3% say no, absolutely not. This seems totally legit.
Well, I'll just say this, just from a historical point of view. Anybody who's got got an account that's only a couple of months old and comes out of nowhere with something like this, they're a sock for somebody else, or they're just trying to make money.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Sly, because when he was in the chat earlier, he even mentioned, "Oh, yeah, I've been around for a bit and never really did anything, but I have debated on Jaren's channel."
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, this person, whoever the fuck he or she is, apparently, they debated Jarenism, and that video supposedly exists on his channel.
No, they didn't debate against Jaren. They debated on Jaren's channel. Jaren has been hosting debates lately.
He's been hosting debates. Oh, okay. He's doing one of those channels now. Is it his main channel, or is it a totally different channel just for debates?
I can't fucking remember.
And at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? It's Jarenism. The only debate that matters is the debate that he had with me, and he fucking lost that shit.
That was like that's classic stuff.
That's classic, especially the part where he said, "I don't have a model that works." Oh, okay. So we got an answer here. Different Chan. Okay, so it is a different channel. So he made a whole new channel just for hosting Flurf debates, I guess. So wait a minute. This person showed up. So did he debate Jarenism on his main account, or was he debating against someone else on Jarenism's second account?
He was debating someone else on Jaren's secondary debate channel, and not using the Final Experiment channel. So we get to see what his main channel and work is once he reveals it in the next video.
How long has Jarenism's second channel been active? When did he?
At least a few months.
A few months. Okay, so is
I didn't know he had one.
So if it's only been up for, I mean, how many videos or debates has he hosted? A lot, or not really?
I know MC Tuna's been over there twice.
And live chat, if you can help us out here. How many videos does he have? Because if it's not a big number, then maybe we can take an educated guess. Shit. He has hosted a decent amount. Well, yeah, process of elimination becomes a lot harder in that case. So,
come on, Rick.
That idea. Well, he said in his next upload, whenever the fuck that is, I'm not going to bother looking it up. In his next upload, he says, "I will reveal all. I will reveal who I am and all the details." And I was like, okay, cool. Wait and see about that.
Here's a dear Mr. or Mrs. Final Experiment. I'm just going to say this. If you have to generate this much hype and apparently in some way arrange for this much money, whether it's you paying for it or the individual's paying for it, because I mean, I'm not going to pay 11 G's just to go down there and see flat earthers, but it would be a lot cheaper to actually just provide your own repeatable experimentation to prove the earth to be flat.
He when he was in here, he wouldn't confirm whether or not he was a flat earther.
He was asked directly, "Are you a flat earther or are you an ordinary 21st century person?" And he completely ignored the question.
Are you a person that agrees that we currently live in the satellite age? He didn't want to answer that question. So we don't know if he's a flat earther. We don't know if he's a globie. We have no fucking clue. And here's the thing. If he is a flat earther, then this is complete bullshit. It is complete bullshit at that point.
There was recently a guy on Twitter who was trying to beat me about the head and shoulders about going to Antarctica, and he would pay for it. Well, no, he would pay for it. This was his thing. He would pay for it if the Earth turned out to be a globe, as in reimbursement. And
coincidence?
But you know what? Yeah, and that's where I'm going right now. I'm going to find this. Hold on a second here.
Hang on. Requiem. Plot twist. It's Lord Stephen Christ finally sprung from the house here to convince both that it's concave Earth.
I would laugh my ass off if that turns out to be true.
It's not. It's not. And the reason why I know this is because Lord Stephen Christ is dead.
Is he?
Yeah, he's dead. He's been dead for years.
Because I know he went to prison.
Yeah,
I remember that part.
Not sure what happened, but he's dead.
Was that before or after his second stint in the bin for threatening the president?
I know that he went to prison for threatening the president of the United States. Well, I think it was. Wait, he did
it twice.
He did it twice.
He went once for Obama, and then again. I guess this would be actually during either end of Obama or beginning of Trump.
Yeah, and so he was. I remember he made a video where he was sweating profusely. I guess he was at the gym or whatever, and he was just going off on either Obama or Trump. I don't know who, or I don't remember who, and that got him into a lot of fucking trouble. And the rest is, as they say, history. But he didn't come back after that. And then last I heard, dude kicked the bucket pretty hard. Now, guys, there is a Lord Stephen Christ that is still active. I want you to know that is not the real Lord Stephen Christ. All the fresh uploads that you are seeing, those are just re-uploads of older videos. So what this person is doing is that they are constantly circulating these videos. They will delete those same videos, wait a little bit, re-upload them. Let them stay for a bit, delete them, wait for a little bit, re-upload, rinse and repeat, around and around and around and around. So one of his followers or fanboys or whatever, or just someone being a sick, twisted fuck. But yeah, don't be fooled. That is not the real Lord Stephen Christ. The real Lord Stephen Christ is dead. He is not coming back.
Was not aware of that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know how he died. I just know that he is dead. And ever since finding out, I have proceeded to, I mean, this may sound kind of harsh, but I have proceeded to not give a shit because the dude was very much off his rocker. And, you know, he always had this, this vibe that was very, how do you say fucked up?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say here, as cruel as it is to say, I don't actually miss him. So when he finally kicked the bucket, I was like, so anyway.
I miss him for one reason and one reason only. Every time he tried to curse me, something phenomenal would happen in my life.
You know, you said I would burn in hell, and next thing you know, I was getting a blowjob from two women at the same time.
Well, I don't know.
Yes. So yes, Lord Stephen Christ is dead, and just let that be that. Anyway, so that is the hangout. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming in. Unlike the last stream, I will leave this one up because it is important, at least in my opinion. I don't think anyone else is going to have that opinion, but my opinion is the only one that matters here. It's my channel. Imagine that. So, Slice Barcane, Before we end, I do want to say I am going to try and get someone onto your game show. Please do a shameless plug.
Yeah, no, I made a board. It's similar to Jeopardy, but it's just using a Jeopardy maker. I have not shared with anybody what the contents of it are. There's examples of it in the video that I have on my pin tweet on Twitter or X or Twix or whatever you want to call it.
Twitter.
And yeah, and it's nothing more than you're posed with questions. You don't show up with your own shit. You get asked stuff and you have to answer it. And Reds has volunteered to sacrifice his time to any flat earther who would challenge him. We're only going to do 10 of the questions. There's 50 on there, but that way we can have repeat occurrences with or without Reds if he wants to continue doing it. And so at least five runs of it, there will be no repeat questions. So you can, like I said, you can check it out on my pinned tweet. You can also find it on my YouTube channel.
All right, thank you very much. And 82 Productions, say what you say, and then get the fuck out. And then I'm going to call you on the Hangouts. So be ready for that. But in the meantime, say what you guys say and get the fuck out.
It'll be interesting to find out who this person is, but I'm still leaning towards it not actually being a thing. It may talk a good game, but I don't see it happening. Something just smells off.
Yeah. Oh,
and I could just need to take a shit.
Maybe. I remember now. Lord Stephen Christ died of upper respiratory failure in 2021.
To COVID. Well,
was it COVID?
That was around the time frame, and upper respiratory failure was actually the leading reported cause of death, but it was complications due to COVID and any other comorbidities.
I would have assumed more of a upper neck failure than what do you call it?
Wow.
But,
I mean, COVID would make sense, but yeah. Anyway,
sadly it would. Yes, sadly.
So as of right now, let's just say upper respiratory failure. And so if you see Lord Stephen Christ, doing some shit, that's not real. Like I said, there's one person out there that's constantly recycling his videos, but it's all old shit that was posted like fucking 6-7 years ago. So
I get the average post to me on Twitter about concave Earth, and you guys got it all wrong, and I'm just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah. But like I said, he's not around. It's a fake account. They're just recycling all of his old shit. So just keep that in mind. But yes, anyway, guys, we're going to do another one of these streams when we know more. And then I guess I'll make a decision on whether or not I'm going to participate, because let's hypothetically say this dude's actually serious. Let's say that despite all of our concerns, he is able to meet all of them, and he's able to say, look, I have a shit ton of money because I won the lottery or whatever. I have all the logistics taken care of. Here's the paperwork. You can verify everything. Call these people. Here's the dates. They're already set. And let's say he does all the things that I would need him to do to make me feel comfortable actually participating in this fucking shit. Then yeah, I would love to go to Antarctica. Not sure why I need to go. I'm not the one that needs to be convinced, but I would love to go. Yeah, sign me up.
That's something that I've had to say about 1,000 times on Twitter. Y'all need Antarctica. We don't.
Yeah. Yeah, we
we don't.
I mean, I don't need to go there, so as long as he is aware that this is a want and not a need, I'll be fine with it. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And we will come back with an update once the other guy posts his update. Yeah. So anyway, guys, peace out. Have a good night, and bye-bye.
And I know a dick named Reds.
Go Bolts!
fuck?